Well, hi, everyone. Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. We have seen some upgrades to what was just recently Tropical Storm Tammy. It has now reached Category 1 hurricane strength early Friday morning. We have hurricane advisories and tropical storm warnings in effect for most of the northern Leeward Islands. This storm is really going to start to impact the Caribbean islands from Friday into Saturday, with impacts even being felt through the weekend. Already at Category 1 strength, and we are expecting this storm to continue to maintain its strength as it potentially makes a landfall in the northern Leeward. If not, it's going to get very close, where you can already see that center of circulation spinning just to the east of Barbados, and we're already seeing some of the outer bands with this storm whipping into parts of these islands, already bringing some heavy areas of rain. And this is a pretty large wind field with this storm, and a lot of heavy rain on the top side of the storm and on the backside, which of course for these areas is going to mean quite a few problems, especially as far as flooding and torrential downpours are concerned into the weekend. 11 a.m. advisory has sustained winds at 75 miles per hour. That is why it has reached into Category 1 strength, where it will continue as it skirts along the eastern sides of the islands. And then it takes a hard turn to the right. So by early next week, this is no longer going to be a threat, as it's expected to stay out into the open waters. So most of the impacts just going to be felt in the Caribbean, parts of Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands as well, though those systems are going to be more on the western side of that storm, so not as big of an impact. But here's as we take a closer look at all the heavy rains that are already starting to move into parts of the northern Leeward Islands, where we could be talking over a foot of rain for some of these areas over the next few days. But notice how parts of Puerto Rico in the clear, as far as we are going to get several inches of rain for those areas, I think, but the brunt of this storm is going to stay just a bit too far east to bring those big impacts to the Virgin Islands as well as Puerto Rico. Here's a look at the wind field, where we will have hurricane force winds for most of the northern Leeward Islands into Saturday, and starting to decrease just a bit on Sunday, but still a lot of these areas dealing with still tropical storm force winds through the weekend. Hurricane Tammy now leaves us with just 2 names left, as we are about a month and a half away from the end of this 2023 hurricane season.